Three, two, one, go. Good morning, everyone. We are the group four, and we will be talking about ingenuity. It is one of the four pillars of heroic leadership.
Ingenuity, leaders make themselves and others comfortable in a changing world. They eagerly explore new ideas, approaches, and cultures, rather than shrink defensively from what lurks around life's next corner. Anchored by non-negotiable principles and values, they cultivate the endurance that allows them to adapt confidently. Ingenuity is being able to adapt and accept the reality of change. Ingenuity implies the imagination, adaptability, creativity, flexibility, and the ability to respond rapidly to unexpected situations. Ingenuity involves the willingness to work without a script and to dream up imaginative new approaches to problems that have frustrate and block others. The best example for ingenuity is the principle of ignition indifference. Indifference means being or keeping away to the things, for example, materials, peoples, or experience that can create a gap between us and God. So again, what I'm trying to point out is that ingenuity is something that we are wanting to explore something new ideas, and especially for the approaches and culture of other people.
Loyola described the ideal Jesuit as living with one foot raised. It means always ready to respond to emerging opportunities. It is also a self-awareness as a key to be successful living with one foot raised. For me, living one foot raised, it means that I am open to, to the changes in the certain situation in life. As a future leader, I must immediately respond to the need of the society. This is also a calling from God and truly follow His will. It is an urgent action for us as a followers of Jesus to become His disciple, like His apostles, as the fishers of men. That we must leave one foot race to be willing to drop out our nets and embrace the new ways of life without hesitation and regrets. This is not for me to have the strength, courage. It is for God, and to be humble as I live with one foot raised in following the step and the will of God.
A leader must rid him or herself of ingrained habits, prejudices, cultural preferences, and the we've always done it this way attitude, the baggage that blocks rapid adaptive responses. Of course, not everything is discardable baggage. Core beliefs and values are non negotiable. The centering anchor that allows for purposeful change as opposed to aimless drifting and shifting currents. The leader adapts confidently by knowing what's negotiable and what isn't. So it means open minded. So it means welcoming new ideas, arguments, and information, even if that particular concept do not align with your concept. So another example of some examples of non-negotiable leadership is having integrity. So integrity means making sure you do the right thing for all the right reasons. So in any leadership role, you will be called on to make difficult decisions. So always remember that we should do the right thing, even if others won't agree with you. But of course, we have to be open-minded to listen to what others are saying and to have a consensus. So another example is lead by example. So as Matthew chapter 7 verse 2 said, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. So you can't act one way and expect others to act differently. So as a leader, we have to be a role model in order for others to do the same.
How to develop ingenuity. First is quick, flexible. open to new ideas, the same set of tools and practices that fostered self-awareness. Loyola's spiritual exercises also instilled indifference, freedom from attachments of places and possessions, which could result in inappropriate resistance to movement and change. In the ability to let go what what doesn't help me to love God or love others while staying engaged with what does. It means that it's something you let go that cause of getting far or something space in our relationship with God. Um, for instance, my experience here in seminary that me as a seminarian, I should I have ability to buhian para lang sa to uh, getting closer with getting closer to God, and also I let go that doesn't help me uh, doesn't help me to doesn't help me to love to God.
The living with one foot race message was reinforced constantly. Loyola Chief Lieutenant Barnstorm Europe reminding Jesuits that for men open to new and ever-changing missions, the whole world will become their house. He meant it literally, arguing them to speed, mobility, and rapid response. But he was also describing a mindset for each Jesuit to cultivate. So, Saint Ignatius himself described the idea of a leader as a living with one foot race moving, one foot race. We are reminding us to move forward and to into a new knowledge and understanding to lead us into our missions to share what to share our understanding and our knowledge to other people. Like for example, to, for me as a seminarian, like to serve him and to serve my love and to serve them by teaching the principles or the values of Saint Ignatius. And we are also reminding that we never we not forget how Ignatius look forward with discernment to raise and to embrace, to consider not just a career but also a vocation. Let us call to love and respect to other people and find balance with our tradition and to adopt the different values and principles in Loyola in order to live and to share this and to other people.
So again, ingenuity does not only mean that skill of able to adapt to new changes, but also to cultivate the Ignatian principle of Ignatian indifference. So thank you so much for listening and hope you learned something from the presentation. Okay, stop now.